All right, now that we're safely up here on this section to replace this blown out shingle, yes, I do have a little safety line set up because I am on a steeper, that side's a little more walkable than what I'm on, and it's a 2-story fall. So we do have there's a difference, a fall arrest and a fall restraint. Fall arrest stops you from hitting the ground. It's gonna jerk, it's gonna hurt. Fall restraint does not let me get over the edge. You're always under tension. I've got this anchored down on the other side over there out of view. But we're gonna get this shingle replaced, and they got a couple other things on the other side to finish. If you guys appreciate these videos, please give it a quick thumbs up. Let me know where you're watching from. It does really help support the channel. It takes time to set this up and do this. I do it for you guys to see how to do it. So I'm not saying go out and do something dangerous like this. This is just a little overview of different types of safety equipment. Various different things in the truck that can help with it. The pitch hopper, the cougar paws, cushions over there, ladder standoffs, hook ladders, all that kind of stuff. But on this side, I've got my safety line set up with the safety belt going around my waist here. And again, it is a fall restraint, not fall arrest. The fall arrest you can work around free, and if you go over the edge, it's going to snap you hard before you actually hit the ground and break your fall. This doesn't even allow me to go over. If I slip out, my feet wash out, I'm hung right here. So anyway, we're gonna get into the video so I can get this done. It's a Saturday, December 28th, I think, right after Christmas. The weather's not been the greatest, but today is warm, like 50 degrees, so we're gonna get a couple repairs knocked out here. I believe we're in field of view here. Yeah. All right. We're gonna start by getting this stripped out right here. The seal broken on this flat bar. To do that, we've got the caulking to seal it back up, just the cheap roof cement. I'm not a fan of this usually, but in the winter time, the GEOCEL 4500 is really hard, and also any dew conditions, it doesn't stick if it's wet, rained on, dewy, ice, frosty. Well, if it's frosty, you shouldn't be on the roof. But anyways, got that for this repair, and have the DeWalt. And yes, people make fun of me for the little 2 amp hour battery, but that's what it gun came with, and I did use one a couple of repairs ago, and it lasts pretty damn good. Also, side note on that, people commented, does it underdrive as the battery gets weak? No, I can answer that, because when the battery gets to a threshold that would reduce the amount of driving power, it simply will not work, and it flashes a light up here. So take it off, throw a new one on. I do have other batteries. I'm not, just 2 milliamp battery or 2 amp hour. I do have bigger ones. It's just what I opt to throw on to reduce weight up here. I do also sometimes carry a little carabiner like this with just a thin gauge cable rope. Sometimes I will loop it around something, and I don't want it to slide off, or I can rely on it just to help hold a tool. Not completely necessary. Make sure nobody's below is going to get hit. All right, let's get into this. The owner sent me a picture of this. Looks like it might be flowing up now. And you can clearly tell one brand only has a vertical straight sawtooth like this to identify the color, and that is IKO. And I do believe that they sold exclusively through Menards back in the day under a CRC line of shingle too, but I know that's that. I had some left over. It's the closest to it. I do let them know there's going to be a shade difference, variation in color here. Let's just start by splitting the seal strip free, and I'll try to narrate and talk through this. I am going to clip that onto that gun just because I don't want to lose that gun due to a fall. It was not cheap. So we're just going to loop it around right here. The safety is on as well. That way, if it does fall, it's not going to go far. Safety is on, so it won't fire. Not going to even wind up the motor in there. All right. So to get this shingle in and out, we're gonna have to remove the nails in this, and also the nails above that work site right here in this row, because if properly installed from the get-go, the nails in these locations will be hitting the headlap of the shingle we're gonna be putting in. So we're gonna start with that right there. Based on the temperature, what you're working in, how old the shingles are, they could be a little more stiff, not wanting to flex. Not a big deal. Just work at it slowly, get up in here. Try to get under the shingle to get under the nail, and then pop it loose. At that point, then you like to go from the top, push down your shingle, and then get that nail lifted out. It's not hard. The other thing doing repair work, due to the brittle test, yes, it's a joke. You can flip these up a little bit. Now, if you're gonna strike them with a hammer, you need more room, otherwise you're gonna hit that. But when you're putting them in with an air nailer, it doesn't take much to get in there like that and fire it off. So it can be done. Repairs can be done successfully. A lot of people just want to turn it into, oh, it's not repairable, it's brittle. File an insurance claim. Oh, I could have got that bought. That's not what this is about. There's a lot of people out there that don't have adequate insurance. The insurance isn't going to cover it. It's neglect, it's a bad install, whatever the case may be. Repairs can successfully be done. Do I work with homeowners with insurance? Yes, absolutely. I don't just do repair work. We do full new installs. We do repair work. Do all kinds of stuff here. And I try to share what I know with you guys, the homeowners, the new contractors. Which, again, just to reiterate, if you do appreciate these videos, just take a quick second down below. It's not so much to help me, it's to help the people trying to find this content. By the way, I don't know if I said disclaimer. You go up on your own roof at your own risk. I'm not some YouTuber telling you can do this and not get hurt. Injuries can still happen. You can screw up and make a mistake, slip off the roof and die, or get paralyzed, or whatever. No one is home. Still making sure there's no one in the area. I'm just going to pitch this out because I'm not going to fight it up here, fall off and hit something, slide off, hit something on the other end. We're just going to pitch it out safely out in the yard, and I'll go pick that up before I leave. All right, we're gonna check, make sure. There's one nail over here I'm missing, and I do apologize if you're not in view. I'm sorry, the GoPro's on my head. I will do what I can to make sure it's in view for you guys and show crucial, important things. But getting the job done safely is my top priority. All right, now the gun here, flip this safety switch from that's lock, this side unlock. It'll wind up. We're gonna just reshoot these areas here. That one's good. That one's good. I'm checking the side of these two shingles here. Flip that on lock real quick. Just trying to get my tools here safe real quick. Step up off the pitch hopper. Grab a shingle. It doesn't matter what kind of fall protection you're using, and I'm not telling you to, but if there's a risk of serious injury or death, then definitely do it. But I can tell you this, it doesn't matter what system you're using, whether fall arrest or fall restraint. If you don't use it properly, inspect it, make sure everything's good, you can still get seriously hurt. If there's a nail right here from somebody's previous install or the original install, not very good. We're gonna spot that here in a minute. The good old classic cellophane strip. Gotta peel it off or it won't stick. Let me reiterate that real quick and show the people that may just be tuning into the channel that's new. By the way, if you're new, welcome. My name is Brian with Grand Roofing here in Central Indiana. Share what I know for you guys. This is a seal strip. The cellophane strip was right there. You do not need to peel this off. The only reason you need to peel that off is if it lifted here like you just saw and stuck to the seal strip. You might be asking, well, why is it even here? That is to stick down to the roof once it's installed. That is there solely so it doesn't stick to the next shingle stacked in it in the package from the manufacturer during shipping, distribution, on the racks, whatever. You do not need to peel it off at all unless it peeled off of there and stuck to the seal strip. I hope that makes clears up some confusion out there, because I'm still getting a lot of people that comment on those videos that I don't know what I'm doing and you've got to peel the strips off. All right. Whew. All right, my back hurts. My back is killing me. Take the switch off, Brian. Don't want to nail near this because water seeps in here. It won't hurt your roof because it's going to hit the headlamp right here, right? It's going to run out, but you don't want nails in that area. All right, so nail placement. You don't want them in nail keyways under that area. You don't want your keyways, your drip grooves, whatever you want to refer to them as, stacked too close to each other. You want them offset. Typically, if you're putting a new roof on, that's when it matters. If you're replacing a shingle or a couple of shingles, you shouldn't have to do anything with that. They should line up unless you're cutting shingles down or working into a valley or something. With that being said, the nail placement, however, most manufacturers still believe will honor a 4-nail pattern. We'll talk about that very briefly in a 6-nail pattern. So what I'm going to do is 6. Repair work, it's not a big deal. You can do more. It's not going to hurt anything as long as you don't put them in the wrong spot. Now, this shingle here, you want them near the edge, not so close to that edge that you're actually fracturing the mat. It's not going to have any gripping strength with the head. You want it near the edge. All right, and then there's a common bond. That nail line, that zone right there is typically what you want to hit. You want to aim for that, not too low. You don't want them showing here, but you also don't want them so high they're not actually pinning it down, because that's going to hold that shingle down right there. The seal strip, when that activates, if it does this year, that's why I put sealer down, it'll stick down where that shingle is fastened down. If that is nailed high, several things, it's not going to hold the common bond. On a hot summer day on a steep roof, hot summer days, this laminate, the shim right here goes under this, can heat up and slide off your roof. If you look up on steep roofs and you see things sliding off, nail placement is too high or not adequate because you're not catching that laminate. I'll show you here in a minute on that shingle because I can get a good side view. All right, I do apologize for cutting the video. As I was working over here, I realized I never showed the common bonds. We're going to insert this right now before I get off this section here. So the second shingle I had, what I was referring to a little bit ago is this nail line here on steep pitch roofs. You need to hit that because this back laminate side that is in this part of the shingle, when you hit that, that is what is referred to the common bond right here. You're going to catch this fiberglass piece. If your nails are too high and not catching the shim down here, on a hot summer day, this piece can heat up where those bonds are in here. Some shingles have 2 seal strips, some have 3 seal strips, like that. Some may have 4, whatever the case may be, is only fastened by that glue, that seal strip there, and usually one down the middle of the common bond. Those can heat up and get kind of viscous like honey, and they'll slide off the roof. The steeper the roof pitch is, the more risk you have this happening because gravity is tugging on this. This is fastened with a nail. If you miss that, that is what will happen here. It can happen, slide off. It won't say it will, it can. So you want your nails on steep pitch roofs to hit this. Ideally, you want them to hit all the time. You want to hit this all the time. But on steep pitch roofs, you need to hit that. Some shingle manufacturers I spoke earlier over there with the 3 lines, they're 2 down near the bottom and 1, they'll honor their warranty as long as it's in here up to a certain pitch. The steeper the pitch, they know that that's going to heat up and could slide out, so you need to work on hitting those lines there. All right, sorry for that interruption. I apologize, I forgot to show that, so I'm throwing it inserted right now. And back to the repair. And if they're too high, they're not going to catch the headlap or the shingle under it. So this shingle I'm putting in, you can see right here, if I lift this up, hopefully the camera's in view here, you can see that little piece up there is the headlap. It is protecting this seam right here, and if your nails are too high, it's not going to hit that. More importantly, it's not going to catch the shim like I just spoke about. So you want that nail zone there. You want it near the edge. See how that is near the edge? It could come out a little closer. You don't want it at the edge because you want that nail to pin down on the end of that shingle and fasten on all 360 degrees of that nail head. Not on the edge so far out of the shingle, it's only catching part of it. Not near those areas. Fairly spaced, evenly spaced, as long as you're not catching this area. Some people say put 2, put 2, put 2, whatever. As long as they're in there and they're even and they're at the nail zone or they're not near keyways, you should have a perfectly fine, successful repair. Double check. See, I'm on the edge over here. Hopefully you're in view. Here, 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 here. Now if you look at these 2, they're right at that line right there. That is catching the common bond and the laminate and the shim here. And this is going to go a little more depth and detail and talking through this repair. This is normally real quick and I'm done and out of here, but I want to show the new people out there on the edges here. If one is up high, it's not the end of the world. Most manufacturers specify as long as so many of them are hitting, you're good. They're going to honor the warranty. Some manufacturers, as long as they're going to hit in the line, like say Certainty's got 3. They've got the 2 down near low where the common bond and the shim is, and then the 3rd. As long as you're within those top and bottom, they're going to honor the warranty up to a certain pitch. If it is not hitting the common bond, the 2, the shim, the wedge, the laminate, whatever you want to refer to it as, the sawtooth, the dragon tooth, they will not honor a pitch over a certain pitch due to slide out. So hopefully that makes sense. I can't describe it too much. I got to get busy here, wrap this up, get on my other couple repairs, and head home. I'm not even supposed to be working today. It's just good weather. All right, we're gonna move up just a smidge. Me personally, so I can get this finish nailed off, double check everything, reach in here. Okay. one's close, but it's covering. And I'm also going to reseal these down here too. There's a nail, my nail, my nail, my nail. You can see where the gun bumped into that just a little bit. It's not going to hurt anything. And if you think that's going to hurt something, what's this doing? It's not going to hurt anything. That feels like that is not nailed adequately right here. And because it's in the area of my repair, I don't want to call back. I'm going to take a real quick second to inspect that. If it needs a nail, yep, it's actually pulled through. The shingle lifted. So we're going to tack a nail in there to pin that down. Just get that cone of the gun up in there a little bit. And drive it in. You can see right there where theirs was, it's pulled through. It's also a little high. Mine's right where it needs to be. That edge of the nail head is up just a little bit. Let's pound that down a little bit. Now, last but not least, by any means, a sealer of some sort to stick this down. Anywhere you popped a seal strip or anything in your work area, repair area, if you're a homeowner and you see loose areas, just put a couple dabs. I'm not putting a line, just putting a few dabs. I try to focus it where my nails are or the corners of a shingle. Corner of a shingle, anywhere my nails are, anywhere that I split a seal strip free. Well, here, a little dab. Ooh, try to get that back up under there, right on that nail. And that corner, next row down. Get that pushed up under. You might be wondering, if I only went to here, why did I take that shingle loose to the end? If you leave that on there and you need to flex this, you risk tearing and damaging this shingle. If you take that seal strip free, it allows that to relax and come up a little bit easier. I think I just did that one actually. Get that nail head there I was talking about, and then the shingle I put in. Even though the shingle I put in is a bottom seal, meaning it will heat up and seal down, chances are this time of year it's not. Today is an unusually warm day here in central Indiana for the end of December. I think New Year's Eve is, today's Saturday, New Year's Eve is what, Tuesday I think this year? Okay, that is it. We're gonna wrap up in conclusion here. Just kind of go over a couple points. Just press this down gently into your seal strip or your sealer that you put down. That way it lays flat, and as that tar, sealer, silicone, whatever you're using, will bond in a flat laying position. If it's cold and it's warped up too much and you fill that and you don't press it flat to let it seal that way, it's going to seal, and that sealer is going to harden with a hump in it. All right, that is basically it. Let me sit down here because my back is in serious pain. All right, we're at 17.5 minutes, uncut, unedited for you guys. Again, it really does mean a lot if you just drop a quick thumbs up, comment where you're watching from, what you got beneficial out of this, what way you want to see the channel go. If you like the uncut stuff, if you like the repair, the narration, the talking through it, what I'm thinking, and verbally express it here to you guys, the viewers. Let me know also if you're a homeowner, DIY, or trying to fix something, what the situation is. If you need some help and pointers, I'll do what I can. Also possibly considering doing a members only section, so certain days of the month or week, live Q&A for the members. I'll make it reasonably priced because it is where YouTube takes a portion, I get a small portion, but it does take time. And let me know if you have any desire for that, whether you're following the channel to learn because you're a contractor, a foreman, a business owner, wanting to be a business owner, a DIYer. It really does help. So until next time, be safe. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.